Good morning, students. Today we have to start with 8th program of C++. So the name of the program is Write a Program in C++ using Virtual Function. So it means we have to use the concept of virtual function. The program must declare P to a pointer to the object of the base class person. So it means you have to create a base class with the name person, and you have to create a p variable as a pointer variable. First, the program must assign p to point an instance x. For example, name of the person Bob of class person. So it means you have to create a pointer which will point to the base class, as we have to create a base class with the name person, and it will print the name as name of the person Bob. So next thing is the program must then point p to an instance y. Now next thing is what you have to do is the pointer p variable will also point to another instance y variable, and it will print the name of the student as Tom of the derived class student. It means you have to create a derived class with name student. So in this program you have to make use of inheritance, because inheritance, you know that what is inheritance. Inheritance is when we can inherit the properties of the base class in the derived class. So first of all you have to do two things. You have to create one base class with the name person and derived class with the name student, and then you have to create a pointer variable p, and you have to point variable x and variable y with the same pointer p, and in the x it will print the name as Bob, and in the variable y it has to print the name as Tom. So let's see how the program works. So the very first line of the program is hash include iostream.h hash include conio.h. After that you have to create a class. Now this is the syntax to create a class. Class is a keyword to create a class, and name of the class is person, because it was given in the question that you have to create a base class with name person. So with this we have created a class with the name person. Now start with the curly bracket. Public access specifier here is public. In the public section we have to define a member function. Member function is a function. So we have to define the member function as a virtual function, because in the program it is mentioned that you have to make use of virtual function concept. So that's why we have used the keyword virtual. Here virtual is a keyword, void is a data type, and print is the name of the function, and then brackets, bracket function bracket, and it ends without semicolon, because this is function definition, not declaration. This is function definition. So we have defined a function with name print inside the class person, and access specifier we have used public. So now next thing is what you want to print in the function, inside the function print. So for example you want to print as the name of the person is Bob, because you can check question like in the base class you have to print the name as Bob, whereas in the derived class you have to print the name as Tom. So in the virtual class, cout statement is used to print the statement on the output screen, and this is the message that you want to print on the output screen. The name of the person is Bob, and ends with semicolon, then curly bracket close, and curly bracket close that ends with semicolon. It means this indicates the end of the class. So the class person ends here. So in this person class what we did is we have created a function, we have defined a function print, and this is the message that we want to print. Now we have to create another class with the name student. So the next class, students, this is the concept of inheritance. And when I told you that inheritance is which inherits the properties of base class, and you know that in inheritance, one of the class is base class and one is derived class. Derived class is the class in which we can inherit the properties of the base class. So this is the syntax how we can derive a class. So here class is a keyword which is used to create a class, and student is the name of the class. So with this we have created a new class, class student. Now you have to write colon public person. So it means that you are inheriting the class with the name person, because you can check the name of the base class is person. So that's why we want to inherit, if we want to inherit functions of base class, we have to write the name of the base class. So this is the name of the base class, person, and public is the access specifier. So the syntax here means this is the new class whose name is student, and we are inheriting the functions of base class person. And now start with this class, curly bracket start, public is the access specifier. Now next, in the public section we have created a function as a void print. Now here we have not used virtual function because we have used virtual function only in base class. Now in derived class I have defined a new function with the name print. So print is a function and this statement ends without semicolon. So this is function definition, and void is the data type. Now start with the curly bracket cout. Cout statement is used to print the message on the output screen, and in this message, in the print message, for example, you want to print message as the name of the student is Tom. So in the base class, in the print function, we have given the name as Bob, whereas in the derived class whose name is student, we want to print the name as Tom, and then curly bracket close that ends with semicolon. Here is this indicates the end of the derived class. So students, in this program we have created two classes. So I have already told you that we can create number of classes in a single program, and we can also create number of objects of any class. So I hope it is clear to you. First of all, we have created a class person. This is a base class and this is derived class. Now in the next part we have to create objects, and we have to make use of pointer variable. So for this, let's start with the void main section. Void main, it indicates the start of the program of the main part. Curly bracket clear screen function is used to clear the previous output on the output screen. Now this is person star p. It means we have created a pointer variable p. P is a pointer variable because star asterisk indicates pointer variable, and this is the name of the base class. The name of the base class is person. So this is the syntax to create a pointer variable of a base class, person star p. Next is person p1. So p1 is the object of class person. P1 is the object of base class person. So what we have to do is, first of all, you have to create a pointer variable of a base class, and then P1 variable. P1 is the object of class person. Now next line is address of P1 is equals to P. It means this statement will transfer the address of P1 into the P variable. So whatever will be the address of P variable, next statement is P print. So with this we can print the address of that variable. Whatever data will be available at that address, it will print that message. So you know that in the base class we have given the data as the name of the person is Bob. So, and we have, after that we have created pointer variable, and P1 is the object of the class, And with this statement, you know that in the pointer variables are used to point to some specific memory location, and it is used to store the address of some variable. So that's why we are transferring the address into p variable, and after that we have print that variable. Next is student S1. Now student is the name of derived class. Now in this statement we have created a new object S1. S1 is a new object of derived class because the name of the class is student and student is derived class. Now transfer the address of S1 variable into P variable. Again you can see that we have also used P here to transfer the address of base class. Again we are using P variable to transfer the address of derived class. So this is the function, this is the concept of virtual function, because virtual function is a function in which we can make changes in the derived part. So that's why we have used a single variable. Now P print, this will print the message get ch, ends with semicolon and then curly bracket close. So this is the program. Now I will show you the execution of this program. So with this we have completed program number 8. Now this is the program of virtual function. So where we have created a class person, and in the virtual function we have given this message, and here the class ends. Now this is derived class and we are inheriting the base class with the public access specifier, and in this class we want to print the message as Tom, and in the main section P is the pointer variable and P1 is the object of the class P1, and with this we have print the statements. Now we will check the output of this program. So compile the program. Program is success. It means there is no error. Now run your program. So this is the output of the program. So the name of the person is Bob. So this is a message of a base class Bob. And next is name of the student is Tom. So this is a message of derived class. So with the single variable we have accessed the base class as well as derived class. So this is the concept of inheritance as well as virtual function. So students, with this we have completed program number 8. So with this we have completed this program. Now I want to show you the output of program number 7, because yesterday it was missed that some part of the output was missed. So I will show you this output again. Program number 7. This is program number 7 where we have create a ratio class. Now I will show you the output of this program. So this is the output of this program. So the ratio is 3.14 because we have taken two numbers, and the values are 22 by 7, and after inverting the values are 7 by 22. So the original number was 22 by 7, and after dividing the ratio is 3.14, and the inverse of the number is 22 by 7. So this is the output of program number 7. So students, with this we have completed 8 programs.